Guys, welcome to Dylan's Little Hobbies, and today we are going to be talking about Cars 3, the sequel that this movie franchise, really needed. My God, this was such a fantastic movie, in my opinion. This is a review, so you can expect spoilers. And now, I swear, I was dying to see this movie. I had to see this movie eventually, but if I'm being honest, though I was dying to see it, it was not at the top of my list of movies I wanted to see, by no means. That might just be because I am quite older. I'm not into really kiddie things anymore. But God, I absolutely just loved this movie. Now, what's really great about this movie is the trailers. Oh my God, the trailers really set the tone for this movie. And you know what? No, they don't. The trailers would kind of give you the idea that this movie is a whole lot darker than it actually is. And while I would love a darker film, I really understand why it's a lighthearted movie. It really is. Has some dark moments, definitely, but it is a lighthearted movie, and I absolutely love that about it. So, if you're like me, who absolutely loved the Cars movie when it first came out, and hated the second movie, it doesn't exist in my world, but it exists out there, and the second movie was the biggest letdown. It was the absolute worst sequel, worst movie in Pixar's history. Cars 2. It made a lot of money for those tiny little kids, which, of course, it was actually supposed to be for, but still, I think a lot of fans of Cars, especially when they are like me who got a little older, absolutely hated Cars 2, and so did I. Now, I love Mater, and I absolutely love the fact that Mater is in this movie. I wanted Mater in this movie. I just didn't want him to be a spy in the movie like he was in Cars 2. Forget about Cars 2. Okay, Cars 3, it goes Cars 1, Cars 3, Cars 2 doesn't exist in my book, okay? Cars 3, absolutely. 4 months after the crash, he's sitting at home watching old movies of the Hudson Hornet, feeling down and literally just in his underwear. Like, I swear, he's like in his base coat, they said, or something. It might as well be the dude's underwear, really, so. Yeah, but he's sitting at home, watching movies, feeling really bad about him old self. He doesn't look that old in the movie to us, but apparently he is old in the film. And it's 4 months later. The new racing season is going to begin soon, and he's wondering, well, am I even going to get back up? Am I even going to get back in there and race? And of course, Sally comes by and convinces him to get back into the race. He announces it that he's going to get back into the race, and the old Rusty boys think they have a solution. The Rusty boys, you know those two old cars that he used to work for in the first movie? Well, they sold the Rusty brand to a brand new, totally different person, and they got all the new and super cool gadgets of the film. That the new cars have. So what he does is he goes and he tries to, well, he tries to make the best out of it. I just love the corny old man jokes that are throughout this film about him. But there is another new car called Ramirez, and man, she is a fantastic character in my opinion. So she is a car who we eventually learn wanted to be a racer, became a trainer, and trains race cars for a living. She tries to train Lightning McQueen, but turns out Lightning McQueen ended up sort of training her, and they go through, the entire movie, and, it ends up being that at the end, at the very final battle. Oh, I just loved this. I just loved this. So Lightning McQueen is racing, and you think he's going to win. That if he didn't win his first race, that he would retire from being a race car. So this could be his last chance. So what he decided to do, though, is after winning the first, I think, half of the race, he decided that to give his racing title over to the Ramirez car, and she became the racer. I just absolutely loved this moment, and they definitely put in this movie, Hudson Hornet is a very large part of the movie, even though he's gone. Unfortunately, the great Hudson Hornet Doc has unfortunately died. Not in this movie. I mean, he's been passed away. He was actually gone in the second movie, and now he's gone in the third movie, but racing car legend Lightning McQueen always thinks about the Hudson Hornet, and he's definitely a very important role in this movie to try to, get Lightning McQueen to think about racing. And the thing is, he's kind of taking the place of the Hudson Hornet. So what he's starting to do is he's starting to teach Rose Ramirez how to race, and then she actually becomes a race car, and she wins the day. At the end of the day, though, he thinks he's going to lose, but guess what? It turns out that, well, he won half of the race, so he gets to decide when he stops racing. Of course, Rose Ramirez doesn't work for 95 anymore. She doesn't work for the Rusties anymore. She works for Dynaco. Also, guess what? Dynaco bought Rusties. So now Lightning can, in fact, race along with her. And at the very end of the movie, she's all hyped up with all this really cool race car gear on her, the paint and all that. And then Lightning McQueen comes out with the exact same paint job as the Hudson Hornet. I absolutely loved this movie. If I had to give it a rating, I would give it 4 out of 5 stars, 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10, between 7 and 8, 7.8, that's why I should give it 7.8. Fantastic movie. There really wasn't anything that I liked about it. The only reason why I won't give it a higher rating than that is because, well, I'm older now and I'm watching a kid's movie. This movie still feels very kiddie to me, but it's supposed to be a kid's movie, so how can I argue against that? How can I be mad at a kid's movie? Yes, it had some very adult, dark humor, dark moments, and some adult humor as well, but no, this movie was a fantastic movie. I don't think it's better than the first movie. I don't. But my God, it's a milestone past the second. The second doesn't exist. Rename this movie from Cars 3 to Cars 2. And I would not mind seeing a Cars 4. I absolutely wouldn't. I don't know if they're ever going to do a Cars 4. I think they're going to do a Cars 4 because a lot of people, a lot of kids, really loved this movie, as well did I. If you are a fan of the Cars franchise, then my God, this is a movie that you need to see. It is the best sequel. It is the sequel that Cars, the movie, deserved. Forget about Cars 2. It's not better than Cars 3. It's not better than Cars 1, only because that's the first one. Cars 2 was a fantastic movie, though. I really liked it, and I hope you like it too. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out. Bye.